The Wonderful Musician. There was once a wonderful musician, who went quite alone through a forest and thought of all manner of things, and when nothing was left for him to think about, he said to himself, "Time is beginning to pass heavily with me here in the forest. I will looking for a good companion for myself." Then he took his fiddle from his back, and played so that it echoed through the trees. It was not long before a wolf came quickly towards him. "Ah, here is a wolf coming." "I have no desire for him," said the musician, but the wolf came nearer and said to him, "Ah, dear musician, how beautifully you do play. I should like to learn that, too." "You learn soon," the musician replied. "You have to do all that I ask you." "Oh, musician," said the wolf, "I will obey you as a scholar obeys his master." The musician asked the wolf to follow him, and when they had gone part of the way together, they came to an old oak tree that was hollow and split down the middle. "Look," said the musician, "if you like to learn fiddle, put your paws into this narrow opening." The wolf obeyed, but the musician quickly picked up a stone and hid his paws so he couldn't move. "Stay there until I come back again," said the musician, and went his way. After a while he again said to himself, "Time is beginning to pass heavily with me here in the forest. I will go get another friend," and took his fiddle and again played in the forest. It was not long before a fox came creeping through the trees towards him. "Ah, there's a fox coming," said the musician. "I have no desire for him." The fox came up to him and said, "Oh, dear musician, how beautifully you play. I like to learn that too." "You learn soon," said the musician. "You have to do everything that I say." "Oh, musician," then said the fox, "I will obey you as a scholar obeys his master." "Follow me," said the musician, and when they had walked a part of the way, they came to a footpath, with high bushes on both sides of it. The musician stood still and bent a young hazel bush to the ground. He put his foot on it and then bent a young tree from the other side. He said, "Now, little fox, if you want to learn something, give me your left front paw." The fox did as he was told, and the musician tied his paw to the left bough. "Little fox," he said, "now give me your right paw," and he tied it to the right bough. After checking if the bushes were strong, he let go. The bushes sprang up, lifting the little fox into the air. "Wait here until I return," said the musician, and walked away. Again he said to himself, "Time is beginning to pass heavily with me here in the forest. I will find another friend." So he took his fiddle, and the sound echoed through the forest. Then a small bunny hopped toward him. "Why, a bunny is coming," said the musician. "I do not want him." "Ah, dear musician," said the bunny, "how beautifully you play your fiddle. I like to learn that." "You can learn soon," said the musician. you have to only do everything that I ask you." "Oh, musician," replied the little bunny, "I will obey you as a scholar obeys his master." They went a part of the way together until they came to an open space in the forest, where stood an aspen tree. The musician tied a long string round the little bunny's neck, the other end of which he fastened to the tree. "Now, little bunny, run 20 times round the tree," cried the musician, and the little bunny obeyed, and when it had run round 20 times, it had twisted the string 20 times round the trunk of the tree, and the little bunny was caught. No matter how much it pulled and tugged, the string only cut into its tender neck. "Wait there till I come back," said the musician, and went onwards. The wolf, in the meantime, had pushed and pulled and bitten at the stone, and had worked so long that he had set his feet free and he pulled them out of the split again. Angry and furious, he rushed after the musician, wanting to tear him apart. When the fox saw him running, he began to cry loudly and lamented. "Brother Wolf, come to my help, the musician has betrayed me." The wolf drew down the little tree, bit the cord in two, and freed the fox, who went with him to take revenge on the musician. They found the tied-up bunny, and then they all looking for the enemy together. The musician had once more played his fiddle as he went on his way, and this time he had been more fortunate. The sound reached the ears of a poor woodcutter, who instantly, whether he would or no, gave up his work and came with his hatchet under his arm to listen to the music. "At last comes the right companion," said the musician, "for I was seeking a human being, and no wild beast." And he began and played so beautifully and delightfully that the poor man stood there as if bewitched, and his heart leaped with gladness. And as he stood, the wolf, the fox, and the hare came up, and he saw well that they had some evil design. So he raised his glittering axe and placed himself before the musician, as if to say, "Anyone who wants to touch him should be careful, for they will have to deal with me." Then the animals were scared and ran back into the forest. The musician, grateful, played another tune for the man and then continued on his way.